Jason wrote a really cool feature on David Yu, who we caught up with, and you heard that interview yesterday. And so there's a really cool moments for the hometown guy playing for the hometown team, and he's going into a derby in match week 1 against Auckland FC. And I think all the games are going to be available on FIFA Plus. So if you want to hop in and you want to kind of keep an eye on what's going on there as this league continues, because once again, this is a league that has been thought of for a long time, and it is finally happening. And so we've been able to catch up with folks that are attached to Solomon Kings. We've been able to catch up with folks attached to South Island United. And now it's our opportunity to catch up with Auckland FC. Director of Football Terry McFlynn, we were able to catch up with him and find out what's going on there at Auckland. And remember that Auckland is a part of the Black Knight portfolio. And that's where, for those of you that may not necessarily know about Black Knight, that is an opportunity for Bournemouth and the rest of the teams in the Black Knight portfolio to interact with each other. And so who knows, maybe you'll see some folks from Auckland FC working their way up to Bournemouth, etc. And also Auckland is the home for Ronan Wynn. And so for those of you with Atlanta United 2 ties and thoughts, Ronan Wynn is now at Auckland FC here for the 2026 season, and we are going to be catching up with him in a later interview. But we did catch up once again with Terry McFlynn, Director of Football at Auckland FC, to find out what it's been like for him getting ready for match day 1. And like match day one, the first ever match day for this league in Oceania. So here's our conversation with Terry McFlynn to get the Auckland FC perspective as they get ready for match week number 1. So, Terry, my first question is, how's the heart rate right now as you're getting closer and closer to a first ever?
Yeah, it looks a really exciting time for our football club, John, to be an inaugural team in an inaugural competition in OFC. It's a milestone moment for the region and for us as a football club to be chosen as one of the 8 clubs to kick it off is a very special moment for us. So there's a lot of hard work that's gone in behind the scenes since we were a preferred club. Obviously putting the team together, putting the staff together, logistics, training kit, playing kit. So yeah, look, it's be a real proud moment for us on Saturday night.
All right, so having to do all of these different things at like 900 miles an hour, have you had time to kind of sit there and go, man, we really are on the precipice of doing something really special? Or is it just focused on making sure that the kits arrive on time, that they're the right size, that, the lettering and the logos are everything, and the travel and the visas and everything? Do you have time to sit back and enjoy it, or is it pretty much let's just get to match day 1?
Yeah, look, it was pretty much a sprint from the start, John. Once we knew we were a preferred club and we were in, we set about identifying the coaching staff that we want to bring in, medical team, and then obviously getting the players in as well. And the logistics around visa rules in the competition, something that we're used to obviously in the A-League with our other team, was a little bit different in this competition. But yeah, again, it was another opportunity, as our owner, Mr. Bill Foley, said he wanted to create opportunities for as many Kiwi players as possible. And this was another opportunity for us to put another professional team in the region.
And you look at all of this, for someone who hasn't seen football out of Oceania, no matter which country we're attached to here, what are folks missing out on by not knowing about what's going on down there, either nationally, professionally, what have you?
Oh, look, there's a lot of talent in the Pacific Islands. It's an opportunity for, like we said, 8 professional clubs now in the region here. It's a unique thing. It's never been done before. And I think it's something that the region has been crying out for a long, long time. And I think if we go back 15, 20 years when, people started to talk about African nations, and, we now have the African Nations Cup, which is on at the minute, World Cups. We regularly see African teams in the latter stages of the competition. And, I hope that Oceania Pro League can add to that and help the national teams here and see more teams progressing through into the World Cup.
When you look at talent assembly, all the front office assembly, I assume that your WhatsApp is blowing up, your phone is blowing up. What has the response been like for folks that were interested from the beginning to be a part of something that is absolutely new?
Yeah, look, for us, John, we started the football club in 2023. entered the A-League in 2024, and one thing that we said was we want to be a team from the community for the community. It's something that we really engaged in, and something that we take a lot of pride in. And with the Oceania Pro League now, this was another opportunity for us to have a further reach into the community, into the Pacific community, which is in Auckland is one of the most diverse multicultural cities in the world. So for us, the Pacific community is a very, very important piece of our football club. It's something that we take a lot of pride in, and to represent that region in the Oceania is a very proud moment for us.
And you're coming out of the blocks with a game that is a rivalry already. For someone who wouldn't know about North versus South and what you're going into for match day one, how would you break down rivalries and how one half of the country views the other half?
Yeah, look, I think I've only been in New Zealand for 18 months, so I'm still trying to get my head around it as well. But I think that the beauty about football in particular is that fans love rivalries. They love a derby as such. So we have it in the A-League when we play Wellington Phoenix, and now we have it in the OFC Pro League when we play South Island United. So I think it's something that the whole country's been crying out for. For 18 years, there was only one professional club in the whole country, and now we've got 3 within 18 months. So it's something that you walk around the streets and you see the kids with the jerseys on, you see them trying to emulate their heroes in the playground. So it's just a joy to be part of and bring that much joy and excitement to people's lives.
When you get to do something like this, I would imagine that I don't know if you can go into a store and sit there and it's like, I'm just trying to shop and I'm trying to get like my Doritos and my liquid and everything. I'm just trying to get all gassed up and everything. Are people stopping you with the anticipation level and understanding what's going on here? Are you recognized? Are anybody wearing the golf shirts recognized? Do you guys get to shop at the grocery store in peace? What's the response been like?
Oh, look, the response has been fantastic, and all our principal partners and apparel partners, New Balance, have been fantastic. The boys have been on billboards all over the city, and it's something that again, we take a lot of pride in representing this community in another region, another part of the world. So we obviously have the A-League team. We play in Australia every second week, and then now to be playing in the islands in different circuits every month, it really expands our brand right across Australasia into Oceania. So it's something that we take a lot of pride in.
And a name that folks actually in Atlanta that follow Atlanta United and Atlanta United 2 are intimately familiar with, that we look in the transactions page, or at least I do because I'm a certain age. You notice that Ronan Wynn is now a part of things down there. So, when it comes to style of play, we know what Ronan can bring to the table. When it comes to style of play, what can folks anticipate from Auckland here in the OFC Pro?
Yeah, look, we're very fortunate, John, that we're part of a multi-club ownership structure in the Black Knight football club. So the philosophy is very apparent and very evident across all the clubs. We like to play a high tempo, possession-based game of football. It'll be a little bit different in terms of the pressing side of the game. Obviously, with the heat in the islands, we'll have to probably sit back a little bit and try and hit teams on the counter-attack and pressing quick, attractive football. But certainly from our side of things, we'll be looking to play attractive football in the front third, a lot of combination play, shots on goal, and try and score as many goals as we possibly can and bring joy to the fans.
And you're getting to do this in a hub format, which makes it challenging at times. I would imagine 3 matches in as much as 10 days or something of that kind. I know that just because of logistics, and I make this, it's like you can't just hop in an Uber and go to Papua New Guinea to play a fixture. The hub structure obviously is a way to help out with scheduling and making everything come together. When it comes to navigating that idea and making sure that everyone's as healthy as they can be for 3 matches in 10, what were the discussions like to try to get the schedule in and ultimately come out with the hub idea?
Yeah, look, it's a new concept. It's something that, as you said, from a logistics and probably an economical perspective from the league, it makes sense. As you said, it's not just round the corner if you've got to go and play Solomon Islands on a Tuesday night and then back to play South Melbourne on a Saturday. So, look, I think it's a good format. It's something that I had experience with previously in the Asian Champions League when I was in a hub in Qatar. But yeah, look, this will be a unique opportunity, and again, it's an opportunity for our players to travel, visit different countries, different cultures. It's a life experience. But again, for us as a football club, our focus is on winning. So putting the schedule together, looking at the squad, looking at the training program, just making sure that we're robust and durable for them periods of time. Obviously, the travel each side of the hub. We're fortunate the first hub's going to be here in Auckland. Second circuit's in Papua New Guinea, then into Melbourne, Solomon Islands, Fiji, and then back to Auckland to finish it off. So we'll bookend the tournament with 2 Auckland circuits. So for us, we're looking forward to getting off to a good start.
How much have you learned about yourself as a director of football in this process, creating something, even though you have Black Knight as kind of a guidepost and the other side of things when it comes to A-League? What have you learned about yourself in this process?
Oh, look, I think the main thing in all of this, John, is just to stay calm and keep a level head. And obviously, there's a million moving parts. It's been since the inception of the Pro League when we were a preferred club. Again, it was just having a strategy of getting the right people in the building and making sure that we had a real laser focus on getting the right people in the right positions and creating a team identity that the team can get behind it and really push forward and try and win the competition.